Welcome back to some new r/malicious compliance stories, where people comply to the letter, but not the spirit of a request. I hope you had a great day. The first story is called Word Resume. A few years ago, I started to use PowerPoint to draft my resume. I'm in France and people expect a one-pager, so I used a blank, portrait-oriented slide and combined different elements until I was happy with the result. I would be sending it out as a PDF version and never had any problems. That worked until the day I was asked to provide a Word version. This is something usually required to evaluate a candidate's ability to use Word properly. Like, you should never center a title on a page by putting many spaces before. I had no intention of spending more than 2 minutes doing this, so I opened a new Word document, selected my PDF resume as an image, and pasted the image into Word. The next story is called Not Allowed to Say It. Years ago, I worked in the prep kitchen for a small chain of restaurants. When you pick up a knife in a restaurant kitchen, you're supposed to say sharp pretty loudly, so that other people rushing around know someone is walking around with a knife. We had two kinds of knives, large chef's knives and paring knives. There were only a few paring knives, not enough for everyone to have one at their station. At some point, one of my coworkers started referring to the knives as sharps, and so I started calling the paring knives baby sharps, and it caught on. This led to people asking across the room, "Who's got a baby sharp?" Now, my boss was a massive jerk. She, for some unknown reason, didn't like us calling the paring knives baby sharps, and said so on a few occasions, but nobody cared. To be clear, nobody ever sang baby sharp or anything like that. Well, one day, she was in a particularly bad mood and yelled at us. Nobody is allowed to say baby sharp anymore. Cue the malicious compliance. That afternoon I went home and photoshopped a little cartoon face, bonnet, pacifier and diaper onto an image of a paring knife. I took the image to a custom print shop and had them printed onto a baseball cap. We were required to wear hats at work to keep stray hairs from falling into the food. I only worked there a couple of months after this, because I found a better job. But I wore that baby sharp hat to work the next day, and then every day for the remainder of my time there. The boss never said anything to me about it, but I know it set her off. The third story is called Safety Reasons. Many years ago, my supervisor couldn't find me. I went for a walk for my break. Upon my return, she scolded me for not telling her I was leaving. I emailed and said something close to, "Am I required to tell you every time I leave my desk?" And she said, "Absolutely you are. For safety reasons. I need to know where you are." So she got an email every time I walked away, to make a copy, get coffee, breaks, lunch, restroom trips, etc. And another email to announce I was back at my desk, for safety reasons. This lasted 2 days, before she apologized and rescinded their direction. The last story is called Clean the Bathroom. My husband is a very skilled outdoor tech for a big communication corporation. He's been there for 34 years. He was doing some online safety training in his office. A 20-something inside engineer, Skippy, told him to go mop the bathroom floor. My husband refused, stating that this was not covered under his job title. Skippy begged to differ, said the floor was muddy from the outside pig's boots, and he is management, so he can order people to do anything, which is not true, of course. My husband got an idea, stated okay, he would go do it. He went into the mechanic area, grabbed the power washer, put in lots of cleaner, and hosed the bathroom down, ceiling to floor, including the paper towel, toilet paper, magazines, and a crappy chair they stored in there. There's a floor drain, as this restroom is in the garage area. Skippy uses this bathroom, as it is closest to his office. Husband went back to his online courses. Skippy went to the restroom and came howling at my husband about soap being everywhere, that it was a huge mess, blah blah blah. My husband replied, anything worth doing is worth doing right. If it is not cleaned enough, he'd be happy to put a degreaser into the power washer and clean it again. Skippy had to answer to his second level and is now refusing to speak to my husband. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. And if you have time, watch another one of my videos. And now, I hope you have a great day. See you soon. Bye bye.